Right, so I'm going to install Alpine Linux. Let's see what we got in here. Right, let's create a new virtual machine from an ISO. Yeah, let's go and find it. Let's press Alpine 64-bit, Alpine standard. Yeah, we're going to go for that. It's not automatically detecting Linux, Gen 2 Linux. Yeah, that'll do. I think that's what it's based on. I think Alpine originally started as a Gen 2 build. I don't know. I could be wrong, but seems to work nicely on this anyway. Tried it earlier. 512, one CPU. Yeah, we'll go for that because I want to run it on a Raspberry Pi. This has a 32-bit version, old Alpine Linux, so it's a Raspberry Pi 0W version 1. And I think they've only got 512 megs single CPU. So we're trying it on that, but I'm going to have about, 15 gig. And this is Alpine Desktop. I want to customize that. Finish. Oh, we can't have a space in the middle. Okay. I'll just have a capital D instead then. Boot options. Whack that up there. Enable the boot menu just in case. Keep it as is, CD-ROM as is. NIC, Vert IO, and leave it as that. Begin the installation, sod it. Here we go. I don't know if it's going to be able to do all that shit, but we'll soon find out. Let's get the view, scale always. Whack this in full screen. Right, let's log into this bloody thing. Log into the root to set this up. Let's clear that shit. Okay, it's quite easy in this. Log into root. Set up Alpine. It's really easy to do this. It's the easiest one to do. So, Great Britain. Fully qualified domain, right. Yeah, that's a domain. Okay, available interfaces, same. Do you want a manual network configuration? No. Let's set up the network. Let's put in a password for this. Which time zone? Alright, that's simple, isn't it? Europe. London. Proxy, no proxy. Okay. Just find the fastest mirrors, that's the best option. So just press F to detect the fastest mirrors and add them. Got a decent desktop on there anyway. XFCE is the best bet. Plasma's good. I tried Plasma, but on a system of this size, it's not possible to play things like YouTube, whereas on XFCE, on Alpine, it is on this type of system. So you could have a little Raspberry Pi 0W1 and run YouTube on it, I think. I'm going to try it bare metal. Well worth doing, I think. So, what we got here? Set up a user, yeah. Full name of the user. New password. Enter SSH key. Open SSH, stick with that. VDA. Installing on there. Sys. For the system. We need to install the system. Fresh install. And let it run. Yes, we want to erase the disks. Final check. And here we go. Takes a bit of time to do, but it's a pretty quick install. After this, we've got to reboot and then set up the desktop and then the security. Very impressed. It's definitely worth a go, and as you'll see, it pretty much, once the desktop installs, it pretty much runs out of the box. We will be able to hear YouTube and other things, and it will run at a decent frame rate. You can use this on old machines. I've got some really old machines in the workshop. I'd love to give this a try on to see if we can run modern software on ancient machines. That's part of my goal here. I like retro machines, and certain PCs and laptops are becoming vintage items now. Well, we finished this now, so as we're in a virtual machine, what I'm going to do is just power it off and deselect the CD-ROM from the boot options. You literally just type power off and press enter, and that turns it off. Let's jump into full screen. It's going to boot up a new installation, and then we'll get the rest of the stuff installed. Now, it uses a different system for updating than most distributions, because Alpine is an independent distribution. Like Debian is a base distribution, Arch is a base distribution. You could call Ubuntu a base distribution based on another base distribution. Anyway, log in. Right, we're in there. So, I basically want to get a desktop distribution on here. Update. Now, other distributions, again, this is where Alpine's different. Instead of using sudo, you use do as is already installed and running, and update the system. You're not using apt, you're using APK, Alpine Package Keeper, I think that stands for. Apt, update, put in a password. Now this is Linux and kit form basically. It's tiny. You're not using the GNU, the GNU packages in here. They're pretty much all stripped out. It's just like stuff that works really well. I've updated that. Want to upgrade it, just like you would with apt, and it's done it incredibly quickly. Do as, add, not install. Just going to add it to the system. I want nano. It's nice and easy to use. Okay, we got that in there, and I'm going to edit the resources. So the repositories, do as nano, and I want etc apk, it's in there, and repositories, repo, repos, yeah. And let's have a look in there and comment that, and comment the community, and we'll get loads more packages. Control O, Control X. Right, now let's run update again. Right, it's nice. We've got a lot more packages. And I'll just upgrade on that. Well, still the same amount again. So let's get a desktop installed now. That's quite easy on this. Do as, run it as sudo, basically. Run it as root. And we want to do as set up a desktop. It's this easy. I was overthinking it there. Set up desktop. It's that easy. What one do you want? I want XFCE because that's nice and quick. Press enter. Off we go. That's now going to install it. It's as simple as that. That's going to install the XFCE desktop. But we'll need AppArmor, and we'll need a few things configuring and tinkering about with. I tried to get Plasma working on XFCE earlier, but it didn't want to take, it didn't want to load. Well, it's nearly completed now, so just got to wait a bit, I think. It's a lot quicker than other distributions to install. I think that's done. and pretty much tell it to reboot, and we'll have a desktop environment. It's installed, and we've got a graphical user interface. Nice. There we go. Standard XFCE. Horrible colours and layout. Let's have a look. Can we bleed and change this and make it look a bit better, for Christ's sake? It's awful. What have we got in here? Styles. What? Icons. That's it. That's all we got in here. Got absolutely bugger all.